Welcome back to the virtual court where you are the judge.
This virtual courtroom is now back in session.
Court is hell. My daughter didn't want to testify against her brother. She ran away before court dates. She disappeared for 3 months once. I almost died. TV shows portray child witnesses with mediators for support. The reality is far from different. We were on our own. Every time my child ran away, something terrible happened. She got gang raped by 5 boys and kidnapped by 2 grown men. They took a plea and got 15 years. I was afraid they would hurt us because they knew where we lived. I moved me and my daughter out of the state after the trials were over. It was all too much and we needed time to heal. Ironically, when CPS denied me custody of my grandchildren, they cited my son's childhood incident, recent crime. The aftermath of my son's offense exposed deep-rooted issues in our family. My mother, fixated on blood relations, viewed my adopted daughter as expendable, despite her relationship to my son. Give her back, my mother said, dismissing my daughter's trauma and our bond. Sweep it under the carpet like the white people do, she said. This wasn't new. My mother had looked away when I was abused as a child, even after her boyfriend gave me an STD at the age of 11. 11 is not a good number for my family. In her eyes, I too had been expendable. I was determined to support my daughter in a way I had never been supported. My mother marched in front of my house with a sign saying, "Let Quentin go, let Quentin go," thinking I could somehow withdraw the charges. The prosecutor eventually threatened to charge my mother for harassing the witness. Only then did she stop. I had to change my daughter's telephone number like 3 times, and she even got the neighbors' numbers and would use them to harass me. I let my family believe I had turned my son in to protect my daughter, but my daughter had disclosed it to her therapist. She's been in therapy since she was 5 years old. She made her first suicide attempt at the age of 7 after her father died. Hospitalizations will become a part of my daughter's daily life, even until this day. How do you protect your children from the very people who should support them? Like, follow, and comment. I know you guys are going to be hard on me. It's okay. I've been called everything in the book. I did the best that I could. Before we go to the next part, I want to get some statistics. Sex abuse by someone known and trusted is a common experience for many children. Here are some statistics. The American Academy of Pediatrics, AAP, reports 1 in 4 girls are abused and 1 in 6 boys. The National Child Traumatic Stress Network states 70% of children who are sexually abused are abused by someone they know and trust. Not just me, not just my family, a lot of families. And families don't want to talk about this, and I can tell you it's because of shame. Who wants to talk about this? Who wants to admit that, somebody in their family did this to a loved one or a small child? But this is the kind of thing that happens every day. It is essential to recognize that sexual abuse can occur in any relationship, regardless of the abuser's position of trust or authority. If you or someone you know has experienced sexual abuse, there are resources available to help, such as the National Sexual Assault Hotline, which you can reach them at 1-800-656-HOPE, HOPE. I was ashamed to talk about this issue, mostly because I made a vow as a child that when I grew up, that I would do everything possible to ensure that my kids were not abused physically, emotionally, or sexually like I was. I even called myself the cycle breaker, but the cycle I did not break.
Society of silence. Sex abusers are expected to remain quiet, and their perpetrators can almost guarantee that they will be, because if I tell my mother my stepfather touched me, she got to get a divorce. I don't know if my mother will ever find a man who she loves like that. You follow me? So I'm going to bear this for the sake of my mom's happiness.
I'm sorry for the lies, for the harm I've done. I wish it could be undone, but the damage is done. In that moment of weakness, I lost my way. But I'm standing here now to face the truth and say, let's rebuild our bond stronger than before. Kiyah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And he said, let's play house. You be the mother, I'll be the father, but it wasn't love or honor. A twisted game of children made to play. Pretending Kiyah victims of the state's foul play. Murdered in mind and soul, their lives taken away. In a world where intentions don't matter, he was forced to ride a false confession shattered. He played the game they wanted him to play, but deep inside, his soul began to shatter.
The courtroom became a stage, a twisted charade. Innocence disregarded, our lives betrayed. She was 11, he was 22. Same thing happened when he was 11 too. But through it all, I've come to see the state's hand in this tragic decree.
Kiyah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
The virtual jury, my companions in this quest.